welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name's Katie, and if you are new here, hi, welcome. And if you're back, as always, welcome back. Today I'm here to join you all with a WIP and Chat. WIP stands for work in progress, and Chat stands for chat. So feel free to whip out your WIP and work alongside me while we just chat and catch up a little bit and just touch base on how the week has been for us. I'd love to hear from you guys, by the way, as always. In the comments, feel free to let me know how you're doing and what you've been up to. It's been a pretty chill weekend here, just enjoying family time. So I'm really looking forward to just sitting down with you all and catching up a bit. I'm going to be working on a diamond painting. This week I'll be working on the kit Moon Owl Magic. This is from Diamond Art Club and is licensed from the artist. This is Chrisabug, right? Let me check. Yeah, Chrisabug. I have to look at the bottom of the kit to check the artist's name. And I started this kit at the beginning of the month, actually, to join my friends Jamie and Jacqueline. They're on Instagram as Jamie_paints and Diamond Art Sparkles for a halfway to Halloween non-event diamond paint along that they're doing. So they had the idea that, like, who wants to wait until October and only have this like one time a year to work on Halloween themed kits and pull out Halloween themed accessories and everything. Let's instead, at that kind of halfway point through the year to Halloween, let's use that as an excuse to work on some Halloween kits. And I was all about it because I'm thinking there's no way I'm going to get through all of my like Halloween-y kits in like the months of September and October. So sure, why not? And the colors in this kit were just really calling to me, and I've been really itching to work on something by the artist Chrisabug, so I'm all about it. Thank you guys for putting together this completely unofficial non-event diamond paint along. They're calling it a non-event because there's no prizes, there's no organization to it. It's literally just a hashtag you can use if you want to join them in working on Halloween kits. So I think it's just going this month, the month of April. But I actually had put this kit aside for the past week, maybe week and a half almost, because I wanted to work on my cross-stitch conversion. I'll talk more about that in just a bit. But I got to pick this one back up yesterday, and hopefully I'll finish it here in the next few days. As far as what tools I'm using, here I've got a pen from Jim's Handmade Pen Shop. This was one of their like Halloween exclusive blanks a couple years back. And then this is from Butterfly Effect Wares. It's one of their really pretty black prismatic pearl pens. I love the color shift in these. I know these two pens have like really similar vibes. That's okay. Wax wise, I'm going to be using, this is my Polyjuice Potion Scented Patty Wax. And then this is Sugared Lemon Gem Tack. I'm using the Patty Wax in my single placer and the Gem Tack in my multi-placer. When I'm pulling this tray, I've only used this tray a couple of times, but I wanted to use it again. This is my first tray from Crystal Trays. And like I said, I've used it in WIP and Chat here once or twice and liked it. And I just felt like pulling it out again because I'm trying to kind of rotate through different accessories that I use from different companies in my WIP and Chats. As far as minders go, I have these. We obviously have our Witchy Kitty. This, I believe, is from Galloway's Gallery. And then this is from a relatively new to me shop, Inchworm Designs on Etsy. And these are my boys from Supernatural. So we have the witch and then the hunters. So let me go ahead and get this section peeled back and we'll go ahead and get started. My magnet for my minder just like fell off, and my this like mesh metal, so just attached right on there. Okay, let me try not to like send my accessories flying everywhere. How are you guys doing today? I'm just gonna get my minder situated here. Of course, when we're right in the middle of the canvas. I decided that I'm gonna where are you, minder? Oh, did I put this? Oh, I put that in there upside down. Shoot. Okay, hold on. Oh, please. I decided that I'm gonna save her face, like her eyes, for last. So probably this section will be last. There we go. Yay. There you go, kitty. And so I'm kind of like working my way across, and I'll come back around and land on her eyes. Just because, I don't know, I used to do that a lot more often where I would always like end on like one of the focal points of the piece, and I haven't really been doing that as much lately, and I kind of thought, oh, it would be nice to get back to doing that again, just for fun. Let's use, okay, we'll start with this one, and then here's my waxes all handy. Let me grab a color and we'll dive into it. It's taking me a minute to get situated today, apparently. So anyway, like I said, how are you guys doing? It's currently Sunday evening on Easter Sunday, and I hope that if you observed the Easter holiday, that you had a really special and peaceful day. Like I mentioned, we had a very, very quiet day at home, and we don't have any family in town, at least at the moment. So it was just us, just kind of relaxing at home with our kiddos. Adam and Connor had been gone for almost a week for a little mini vacation to visit Adam's sister, and so I think we were all just really eager to soak up some quiet family time. As far as diamond painting goes, I feel like I got kind of a lot done while they were out of town. I mentioned before that I had decided to basically take over the kitchen table with my big cross-stitch conversion project. If you haven't seen it already, I did go ahead and post a progress picture up on Instagram yesterday, Saturday. And I went ahead and I was like, okay, most of Connor is hidden in this picture. I'll post this publicly. I don't know. I'm a little weird. I don't like to really show my kids on like public forums associated with my channel and stuff. Just out of sort of safety, privacy, that sort of thing. But I had thought, it's so fun when I see Diamond Junkie also has a cross-stitch conversion project she's been working on and off for, I think, a few years now. But she'll often put her kids in with that project to give people a sense of scale. And I just had this moment where I finished that first quadrant of this kit. And I took the picture of it like on my kitchen table where you could like see the whole thing in frame and everything. And I just had this moment of when you look at it in a picture form, it does not give any sort of sense of the true scope and scale of this canvas. It honestly, it doesn't look that big, I feel like, when you just see it in a picture by itself. In part because I have to pull back a bit to even get the whole canvas in frame. Don't ask me how in the world I'm gonna fit like more than one canvas in frame once I finish additional parts of this project. But anyway, I thought I'm gonna have Connor hold this up. Like, is it the most perfect and clear picture of the canvas itself? No, but I will shamelessly admit that I just wanted to give people a sense of scale. I wanted people to have this moment of like, oh, this is not a small project. To look at that and go, that's a fourth of the size of this project. And I'm a little bit proud to admit that it did have exactly that effect. So I'm okay with it. Also, Connor has like this, you could see like he has this smirk on his face and because his eyes are kind of, quirked up. Like you can tell he's smirking. He was really tickled and was like, hey, Connor, do you want to hold my diamond painting and I could take a picture of you holding it? He was like, oh yeah. I was like, I want people to see how big it is 'cause it's about as big as you are. He's like, it is a big canvas, Mommy. And I was like, see, I need that acknowledgement. I'm a very needy individual. I'm very validation seeking. The first step to fixing the problem is admitting that you have a problem, right? Right. Anyway, to be fair, I also feel like that picture turned out absolutely adorably. And I did even mention there, I was like, all credit to Diamond Junkie here. Like, she's the one that I saw doing this and thought, oh, that would be a super cute way to kind of show off that, like, oh, look, the first quadrant is done. But it's interesting. I will film a check-in, like a progress update video for sure. But I just have been sort of mentally like reviewing what it's been like to work on this particular project. And I did this a lot the first time that I worked on a Josephine wall canvas from Diamond Painting Deutschland, where I just was really reflective about the process. I'm generally like a really introspective person anyway. And when I take on kind of unusual or ridiculous projects like these, I tend to, check in with myself and go, what has been sort of the mental strain of working on something like this? Like what is the impact of it? And it's one of the reasons that I feel like I come out of these sorts of projects, and when I'm giving people, if people ask for like, do you have advice for working on projects like these and how to tackle something this big or with this many colors, I try to constantly remind people like it's a test of endurance. It's very much a marathon and not a sprint. There's rarely going to be a time where you can be like, I'm just going to buckle down and finish it. I'm not going to do anything else until I finish it. And I feel like that sort of mentality is not terribly effective. At least it's not for me. And having completed like 1/4 of this chart, and I feel simultaneously like a sense of accomplishment, like, oh my gosh, how exciting to have finished an entire canvas for this project. Like, I feel the excitement and the like sense of accomplishment from that. But then I go, I'm literally not even halfway done with this entire project. Oh my gosh, this is going to take me at least a year to complete. I really feel like, and I did spend a lot of time, a lot of hours on this project this past week. It would be interesting to actually track my hours. It's a lot. And I tend to come out of like days where I've spent hours and hours like going really hard on a particular project and then coming to the end of it and going, okay, like comparatively speaking, it doesn't feel like I have that much progress to show for it. That can almost leave me with a bit of a letdown at the end of it. And I feel like, did I waste my day? Do I feel unproductive? Do I feel like a failure? Like, it's just these kind of letdowny feelings. And then I go, well, maybe I need to make sure that I'm not spending quite this much time on this project because I want to avoid feeling that feeling. But I don't know, I guess I just got caught up in like, I'm only going to have full, like, easy control of my kitchen table for, X number of days. I felt like I just want to take full advantage. And I also really fixated on, in my head, like, I would love to finish the first quadrant of this canvas. Like, it would be amazing to finish the first quadrant. How many times have I said quadrant in this chat? If you're playing a drinking game for how many times I've said it, you're probably not conscious any longer, so don't do that. I'll try to stop saying that word because it's starting to bother me. But all this to say, it's I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever take on a project of this scope again. I think I'll definitely do more cross-stitch conversions in the future, like absolutely, but nothing at this scope at all. Now, this particular artwork, Dragon Race Into the Night, was in the polls that Diamond Art Club had us vote on. I mean, I think it's been at least a few months now. Was it like in the fall or something? The ones that they'll post in the VIP group and be like, vote on your favorite artwork, you get a say, and what we're prioritizing to license and all that. This artwork was in there. And I really, really do hope that it gets charted, licensed and charted by Diamond Art Club and released. I feel like it would have to be massive, but given that Diamond Art Club hand charts everything, I'm kind of like, Diamond Art Club could do a lot with a lot less space than this Heaven and Earth Designs chart calls for. So anyway, that project, it's fun to have hit that milestone. And I will probably take a break from it for a little while. I want to work on this canvas, of course. I feel like I have some other canvases in mind that I'd really like to work on before we kind of go full bore into events. So that Summer with the Masters announcement video that we put up, that Jessica and I both put up last week, we really love the positive response we've gotten from that, and we love that lots of other people are excited for Summer with the Masters as well. We will probably, she and I were talking a little bit about it today, we're probably going to pull a homespun hobby from our list of recommended shops because we have seen too many people having negative experiences with them. And so we're feeling like we don't necessarily know that we feel good about continuing to recommend them. So I mean, did I just like drop a bunch of drills on there? Like how'd that happen? I don't know that we're gonna like make a big announcement about it or anything. We'll probably just kind of quietly take them off of our video recommended lists. So we'll see. I am looking at wanting to order a custom from a company that I haven't worked on a custom from before yet. Right now I'm leaning towards trying out Royal Diamond Painting. Last year I worked on customs from Crafties and Uniquely Yours Down Under, and I'm intrigued by what Royal Diamond Painting has to offer as far as like colors go and stuff. Jessica's working on a custom from them that I like the way that it's turning out a lot, and so like maybe I'll try them out. I'm also thinking of trying just a kit from them in general. Royal Diamond Painting has licensed artwork, and like fully licensed artwork, either from artists or like stock images. So I also just want to try out one of their regular kits because I've never even bought from them before. So that's maybe on my list to try this week. But yeah, I'm excited. But I realized I'm like, heck, we put out these announcement videos so that people would have time to order customs for the event and hope that they would be in on time. And I'm like, heck, I need to order any customs that I want for the event as well. I have a lot of pre-packaged kits that I can work on, but I thought it would also be nice to order a custom to throw into the mix as well. But yeah, I guess this is a good little gentle reminder that if you're looking at, participating in Summer with the Masters, thinking I want to participate, if you're thinking of doing so with a custom, don't forget to get that ordered because sometimes those have longer turnaround times. It's been a fun week in sort of my diamond painting world. Some fun things going on. So Diamond Art Club decided that they were going to have fun with all of us and drop this surprise like Warner Brothers release on Monday. And they had actually specifically told creators, because it was a holiday weekend, they had told us like, you don't have to wait until you see us officially preview these kits on our social media. They're like, we don't want to make you wait and potentially have to put up a video on Easter in case you do celebrate. Where normally it is like a thing, they, for their marketing, it totally makes sense that they want to be the ones that like, that's where you see the new releases first, is when they officially preview it on their social media posts. Then sneak peekers can post their sneak peeks. I don't know that it always used to be that way, but that's the way it is currently, which is totally fine, totally understandable. But I thought it was so nice that they were so accommodating and so considerate that they were like, this is not a big deal. Creators, you can post on Saturday, even if we haven't previewed them yet. I didn't actually get the chance to film mine until Saturday evening after my kids went to bed, and then it went up kind of accidentally late Saturday night. I just checked the wrong box, and I thought, that's okay, it can just be live now. I don't normally have my videos scheduled to go live at like 1 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, but that's fine. It's fine. But I've seen this happen once or twice when Diamond Art Club has, let creators put videos up early, potentially. That every once in a while now there are people that will like make snarky comments about it and be like, oh, the creator just, didn't let Diamond Art Club do it first or something like that. And I just, because I saw that my very, very sweet friend Lindsay, Emeralds and Fairy Lights, had put up her sneak peek yesterday, Saturday, before it had been previewed. And I saw one or two snarky comments, and I responded very, very politely. Like, I jumped in, and I even said something, I like messaged her. I was like, I got your back, girl. Like, don't worry. I was like, we know, we were told it was fine. But just gentle reminder. Like, I know it probably sounds really ridiculous. But truly, like, content creators, like, we are, I swear, we're just people like you guys. We have families that we want to spend time with on the holidays. We have mental health struggles, or we have just schedules, or kids, or husbands, or jobs outside of, making content. And so just please be gracious, just the way that you're great. You should be gracious with, I feel like, everyone. The snarkiness it's not really helpful. It's not life-giving. Just let's not and say we did. Anyway, but on a much more positive and happy note, you guys, the Facebook group, if you didn't happen to see our posts on our community tabs or on Instagram, or I know that we both mentioned it in our WIP and Chats last week, Emeralds and Fairy Lights, Lindsay, who I was just talking about, she and I started a Facebook community together. We would love to invite you to join us. The name of the group is Diamonds and Emeralds on Facebook. I'm now going to basically have a permanent link to that in my description box under my, under my contact info. So feel free to join. Just make sure you answer the questions. It just helps us both keep out potential like bots and trolls. And it also helps us know that you guys have seen something that I feel like we're doing a little bit differently in this group that we don't see. I don't know if any other groups are really doing this, but it seems to be going really amazingly well. But in our group, we've asked that you only share licensed artwork. And I am thrilled that there has been virtually no backlash that I have seen to this. And I like to think that part of it is because we make a point of pointing it out, like, when you join the group. Because we know that not everyone necessarily reads all the rules, which is fine. We get it. But we just wanted to make sure that, you're aware of that. So if that sounds like your jam, please join us. It's been such an uplifting and kind and exciting. Like, it just has been such a joy to get to be a part of. And it's exactly the kind of atmosphere that I know that we both really crave in a community, where the excitement is like infectious, and just the joy for the craft is there. And we love it. We really, really, really love it. So please come and join us. Again, if that sounds like it's your jam. Lindsay and I, we don't bite. You guys might hear me get fired up in my WIP and Chats from time to time. But Lindsay doesn't have a mean bone in her body. She is so sweet. And she makes incredible diamond painting content. I've been following her channel since well before she had 1,000 subscribers. And she was certainly one of those people that, like, when I saw her content, I was like, this girl she's going to grow, and she's going to grow fast, and she deserves it. And I really want all creators to succeed. Please don't get me wrong. I'm trying to speak some love and light into this fabulous person. So I will leave it at that. I'll encourage you to go and subscribe to her channel if you aren't already, and come hang out with us on Facebook as well. The Facebook group has also sparked some really, really interesting discussions on, I think, some kind of tricky, like, ethical areas. And I'll go ahead and, like, I want to sort of float this discussion with you guys as well. So I am clearly very passionate about copyright and licensing as a subject when it comes to crafting and whatnot, and feel really strongly about, doing right by artists and everything. And I feel like, if you've been around a little while and you've, or even if you haven't, just in general, I think it's likely you've heard about how, these massive companies like Disney and Warner Brothers and, their sort of subsets like Marvel and Harry Potter and the Disney princesses and even other like intellectual properties like popular TV shows or, whatnot. But especially these really big companies are known for being really, really stingy with their IPs, their intellectual properties. That's why you'll see like a lot of small shops on Etsy that are selling Harry Potter or Disney themed merchandise, especially if they sell it by name. Disney and Warner Brothers will come after them and shut them down. Like it's so sad, but like that's the reality of copyright law and how intellectual properties work. It's if you don't have a licensing agreement with these companies, which are extremely difficult and extremely, extremely expensive to get, then you don't have a right to sell things that you aren't allowed to make a profit off of their intellectual property. So we ran into this really interesting, I say interesting because I'm a weirdo, and I think that deeper, like critical thinking discussions like this without a clear answer, I think this is fascinating. But there were one or two shops that had clearly licensed artwork from artists. So the shop has done the right thing. They've licensed the work from the artist. However, the work itself from these particular artists was clearly, like very, very, very clearly, not just skirting the line like we sometimes see, and not like one of the more public domain properties like Alice in Wonderland. I'm talking like copy and paste of Mickey Mouse as Walt Disney's designed him and like has him animated in their stuff. Some of these shops were carrying artwork from these artists that had like very clearly intellectual property of these big companies, or like Star Wars stuff and, Harry Potter and stuff, like I said. And so we thought, how do we handle this? Like, what is the right answer to this? The shop has done the right thing by licensing from the artist, but I'm sure that this artist did not get licensing from Disney to use their characters. I'm sure that this artist did not get licensing from Warner Brothers to use their characters. Like, do you know how long and how complicated it was for Diamond Art Club to get licensing from Warner Brothers? Like, this is not, licensed from the owner of these IPs. So it's like, well, we don't want to now turn into like the IP police. Like, that's not a job we signed up for. But do we still feel okay about adding that shop to our list of shops that has 100% licensed artwork because the shop has licensed it from the artist? It's the artist that has licensed out artwork that they shouldn't have, I don't think. So anyway, it just prompted like a really interesting ethical discussion, and I don't know where we land on it. I know that there are a couple of people in the community that I know have talked in more detail and at more length with like copyright lawyers and people that have experience in actual copyright law, to talk about licensing and copyright as it relates to diamond painting and crafting. I should probably go and pick their brains to see, like, I have an interesting situation for you. Like, where does this land? Like, So I guess I'm curious about your guys' thoughts, but if you're not like a copyright expert or lawyer, I don't know that you'll probably have a concrete answer for me. But these are the kinds of things, you know, that we're trying to not be afraid of tackling. Bless you, husband. Tackling these more difficult subject areas in the group instead of trying to just like sweep it under the rug and be like, no, we're just going to say X, Y, or Z, you know? So that's another thing that I think we're trying to cultivate in that group, is just a sense of like being really transparent and making it feel like a really warm and open community where like it's okay, it's a good space to have these kinds of chats. So anyway, like I said, I'm a bit of a nerd. I love trying to have these like ethical discussions and figure out like, okay, so what is right, what is wrong, and what's our responsibility. I think that's one of the reasons I mentioned that like Adam and I are watching Deep Space Nine. I feel like that's one of the reasons I'm really thoroughly enjoying the show, is because it's not afraid to like really dig into these ethically gray areas and sort of leave you thinking and not tie everything up with a neat little bow. And it's prompted like just some really, really fun and interesting discussions just with Adam and I. Like, watch an episode and I'll be like, what did you think about like this? And oh my gosh, like there was not a good like ending for this no matter what. Like it has this feeling of like lack of resolution, or what do you think was the right thing in this situation? And but like I said, I know not everyone's brain then works that way, and that's quite all right. I also wanted to mention too, just all I will say is that I strongly feel that there's room for everyone in the community, whether or not you have a channel or have an Instagram account or are just, you know, a member of people's groups or just comment on people's posts or videos. I just want to maintain this attitude of there's space for everyone here. We all bring something of value to the table. And no matter how many followers or subscribers or whatever, you know, influence you have, I think that it's still really important to be kind and welcoming to people. I don't think that means that like you have to get along with everyone perfectly well, but like there's an adult way to like a mature way to not get along with someone, you know, and still be able to coexist in the same space and not be cruel or just nasty to them. So I know how competitive, like, at least the sort of content creator side of things can be. And I think that, like, having that initial sense of, like, oh, no, it's competitive. I think that that's normal, but then I think you can move past that and embrace, like, how we're a stronger community with more of us. And the fact that we do all bring something to the table, I think I'll just leave it at that. I don't like a lot of the vitriol I've been seeing going around the community lately, and I want no part of it at all. And it makes me sad, and it makes me really, really, really incredibly grateful that our Facebook group so far has, and we really, really very much want to keep it this way, has just been a place that can be very welcoming and positive. So grateful for that. So other fun things that we have been up to this week, just kind of moving on from that. Unsubtle subject change. Today was the Easter holiday. And like I mentioned, we had just kind of a quiet family day at home. We did get the chance to go and check out a park around the corner from us that they just did some big updates on. And it used to have this playground that was literally falling to pieces. like I literally included it sometimes in video clips in my Patreon vlog. But like one of the slides, just there was no slide there. It was just the top platform of that play equipment just ended on a ledge with like a 7-foot drop. So yeah, suffice it to say, we rarely took our kids there to play because it wasn't very safe. But some of the parents in the community had done like, you know, some letter writing to the city council to be like, okay, the funding is there. It's been voted on. This particular park needs to be a priority because it's literally a hazard, a safety hazard. But they just had like the grand reopening of that recently, and so we took the kids over there for the first time, and it was so much fun. Everything was themed after fire trucks, which is one of Connor's favorite vehicles. They had a blast. I hope that it stays in really good condition, because we really enjoyed going there. Both kids had lots of fun playing, and there's a lot more to it. It's just such a nice setup. We really had a lot of fun. So it was nice to get out and walk. It was really the perfect day weather-wise, you know, like high of 74 Fahrenheit. So the heat wave is over, and it was nice to get out and just go for a walk together. Connor is still insisting on riding like this radio flyer tricycle, and I went like, dude, you got a bike for your birthday last year. You need to start riding that. It has training wheels on it still, but like, dude, your knees are like hitting your chest when you're trying to ride this, like, really a toddler-sized bike, it feels like. And Micah just likes to walk, but yeah, it was nice. The kids, the Easter Bunny did visit this morning. We didn't go, the Easter Bunny did not go too overboard. You know, the Easter Bunny brought a like bag of Easter themed goldfish, some fruit snacks, some Skittles and the Easter eggs, and brought Connor a little Lego set that had, that turns into that he can build a dinosaur with, like a T-Rex with, and then brought Micah a train a Thomas train that he didn't have yet. I think it was Percy. And then a chocolate bunny each. And we decided to kind of loosen up on sort of the candy regulating that we normally do, because we thought it's Easter, like let's let them, you know, have some fun with their Easter baskets and stuff. But oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Nearly literally bouncing off the walls. I was just like, okay, we are done with the sugar for the day, because holy cow, Connor it's like he just couldn't stop talking. He was being super silly, even like as I'm trying to tuck him into bed. I'll be like, you want to go like run around the block or something, dude, get some of this energy off, because good gracious, calm down. And then I just was really, I had the perfect way to be a wet blanket to him, because I was like, you have to calm down because you have to go to sleep, because you have to go back to school tomorrow. And he just deflated like a popped balloon. He was like, I don't like school. And I'm like, that's a normal feeling after spring break. And you've had lots and lots of fun with spring break fun times with vacation with daddy, and then he's had, you know, with more time at home, he's gotten to like play video games a bit more, so he just is like, I don't want to go to school, I just want to stay home and play on the Xbox. I'm like, I'm sure you do, but no. You're going back to school in the morning. In my head, I'm doing like the happy dance, because I'm like, I get my mornings back. I love the extra time with my kids, but for sure, I'm like, okay, mama needs to be able to get some work done. I did some, you know, a little bit with Micah when Adam and Connor were out of town, but I love having some time in the mornings to myself to just not have to be on for my kids. Like it's exhausting. In general, I find that to be more exhausting than I think most people do. Just the idea of having to constantly be on, to constantly be ready for like being asked a question, like being talked to, like that sounds so terrible when I put it that way. I don't have like a good way to describe it, but I recharge best and I feel best when I have some time that it's just, I know it's going to be quiet. I know I'll be able to get some uninterrupted work done. I know that I can take a nap without having to worry about Micah suddenly jumping on my kidney, like, because that happened today. The kid's love language is body slams, as I so often say, but he, like, I swear that I have bruises on my stomach and thighs from his, like, really pointy elbows and knees. I, made the mistake of, or over literally Connor, I made the mistake of commenting as Micah's, like, literally bouncing all over the couch, and I'm just kind of sitting there. I made a comment about, like, oh, Micah, like, let's be a little more careful, buddy. Your elbows are so sharp. And Connor was like, Micah's elbows are sharp. Is he okay? Why are his elbows sharp? And I'm like, okay. He's like, is it going to cut you? And I'm like, no. I meant, like, his elbows are just, they're pointy. Like, and Connor's like, are my elbows pointy? And I'm like, they're pointy. He's like, do they hurt you when they touch you? I'm like, only if you dig them in with the full force of your weight behind it, or you've jumped on me. And he was like, oh, it just, the things that you don't realize you're going to have to explain, especially like when kids, I think at certain ages, or just certain kids with how their brains work, they're very, very overly literal. I know that that's a common trait with autism as well with Connor, so I'm not surprised. Mike has been a little bit more of a chatterbox lately. He's doing a lot of parroting. I feel like I say that in a lot of my videos, but I just feel like I continue to notice him speak, like verbalizing and speaking more and more. He's doing a little bit more with like his spontaneous expressive language, like spontaneous expressive language. Like he brought something over to me more than once the past few days, and instead of like coming to me and just shoving something in my hand expecting me to know exactly what to do with it, he's brought over like a snack for me to open, and he said open or help, and I'm just like, this is progress, this is wonderful, I'm so happy to see this, especially given that he hasn't had a speech therapy session in over a month at this point. I still need to figure out those shenanigans with insurance, but I didn't have a lot of, excuse me for yawning, I feel like I just didn't have a lot of spoons to get stuff done last week. We also just kind of kept getting hit with different things. Adam had a car repair a month and a half ago that was like $700 or $800, and that really stung. But then he came home from work a week or two ago and was like, I don't know, my car's like kind of making a grinding sound whenever I am braking, so I'm guessing I need to get the brake pads replaced. And in my head I'm going, please let it just be the brake pads. Please let it just be the brake pads. Like, that's just a couple $100. Like, that's not fun, but it's still doable. And then we got, we dropped his car off and all that. Got the call from the auto shop, and they were like, actually, it's blah, blah, blah car speak that I don't understand. They were talking to Adam anyway. And we're really sorry, but it's going to be $700 again. And I just was like, no. I fully trust our mechanic. We've been going to them for 12 years. Like, they are ridiculously honest and upfront. Like, they've done free work on our cars before. Like, if our cars genuinely like don't need anything done, or it's just a quick, easy fix, they'll just tell us that and send us home. We never feel like they're taking advantage of us or trying to get our money. So no, I was not suspicious that we had these two big repairs back to back. It was just kind of like, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But oh my gosh, and we're still waiting. I know that hospital bill is coming soon. I don't know why it's not here yet, because I'm stressed, wondering what in the world we're going to owe for Connor's surgery. I'm so scared. But in good news, we got all of our tax stuff in on time. I think tax day was officially Friday the 15th, but I think I had read that because of a federal holiday, you technically had until today for you guys, Monday the 18th, to like get stuff in. Anyway, I dropped off everything signed on Friday, and we already heard back from the tax person that was like, I input everything for you, and surprise, you're getting money back. And I was like, what? Thank goodness. The heavens have opened. I could cry with relief because I had you guys have heard me talk about it a lot at this point. I had no idea what to expect. I was fully expecting them to come back and be like, yeah, so surprise, you owe a bunch of money. But yeah, tax stuff, man, I feel the pain of small shop owners, especially. I feel like they have a lot more to deal with than we did. So I hope y'all got your tax situation taken care of and that you got good news instead of bad. Like, I really, really hope that for you guys. There's just one of this letter Y, and then the rest of it is the letter L. I love the colors I'm seeing in her skin tone. I already worked on, wait, is that supposed to be there? Nope, you are not supposed to be there. I already worked on the part of this canvas that had her chin, like kind of, it's just out of frame up here. Basically from her like lower lip down, and I'm like, ooh, these are some really, really pretty rich browns. They did a nice job with this one. I love it. Also, this is totally random. I was chatting with my friend Kate the other night, and talking about how sometimes we get in these moods where we feel just like really restless or twitchy about like projects that we want to work on, or TV shows that we want to like watch, or music that we want to listen to. And it's almost like you just sit there in indecision, or, you know, trying 10 seconds or half starting something and then quickly deciding, no, I don't really feel like doing this, and moving on and trying the next thing, and then just not being able to find like the thing that is what you're in the mood to work on. And, you know, she had initially said like, oh, it's, you know, this restless feeling. I was like, it's almost a twitchy feeling, right? And she's like, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like, yeah, it's just like feeling twitchy. And I did that the other day where I was trying to find just music to listen to in the car, and I just kept like starting songs and be like, nope, skip. And I wasn't feeling any of it. I was like, I don't want any of this. None of this is what I'm in the mood for. Like, it's not doing the trick. And I wonder if you guys can empathize with that at all. I've done that with even YouTube videos, and I'll even be like, I know if I get to a point where I don't even feel like watching a YouTube video from like one of my go-to like relaxing, easy, enjoyable to listen to YouTube creators that I'm subscribed to, and I'm like, if I start one of their videos and I'm not even feeling that, it's obviously a me problem. Like, then I just give up. I'm like, I just am gonna not be in the mood to watch anything today, and I'll just try to find something else. But are you guys like that too? And it comes and goes, those sort of feelings. I'm starting to feel that way about TV shows a little bit. I had kind of been casually like rewatching some of Supernatural again. I know, go ahead, you can tease me, it's fine. And then I burned out on that a little bit, and so I switched back over to Suits, which I had taken a break from for a little while, and I've now blown through a couple of seasons of it, and now I'm kind of like, I think I'm tired of this show again. And I tried to watch the new season of like Love is Blind, because sometimes I just want like a trashy reality TV show, but I've tried watching that show a couple of times, and I don't know what it is. It like puts me in a really negative and awful headspace which didn't used to be a problem for me before. I used to be able to go like, no, it's just trashy reality TV that is just fun, silly background noise. But I've really not been able to watch shows like that recently, or really for months, I feel like. So I've got like my feel-good shows like Queer Eye, but I tend to like hoard those shows and save them for when like I'm having a really bad day and just want a nice pick-me-up, because it just feels like a lovely warm hug. But anyway, all this to say, I don't know what I want to watch. I feel like I'm about due for a rewatch of the BBC Sherlock show. I think I mentioned recently that I'm kind of in the mood to rewatch Doctor Who. I saw them announcing, I don't know if they're saying this is going to be like the last year for the current Doctor. I haven't watched any of hers, but I saw that Russell T Davies is coming back to take over as showrunner for the show again, and I'm like, if he's coming back on board as showrunner, I'll pick that show back up again. He was the showrunner when like David Tennant was on the show, and when the show like relaunched in the 2000s, like with Chris Eccleston and stuff, and I loved those seasons so much. So I'm like, if he's back, I'm on board. I'll have to find a way to watch it, but I'm in. Adam and I are about done with Bridgerton. We still need to watch the last 2 episodes, but he's been so jet lagged from coming back from New York that he's been going to bed pretty early most nights, really. And we haven't gotten to like catch up on our shows as much lately, but he was saying that he keeps hearing about, and now I've started hearing about this new movie that's out called Everything Everywhere All at Once, I think is what it's called. Hearing amazing things about that. So that's on our list to see. He might see it with some friends this week, and I'll hang with the kiddos, and maybe I'll go next weekend. We'll see. Also, you guys, I'm itching to go live again. I've been hanging out in friends' lives lately, and I just keep feeling like I love going live, but I haven't gone live here just like on my channel in months, because it's just so hard to make it work. Our weekends have just gotten very busy, and our weeknights we tend to be really selfish with for sake of family time, but I love going live, and so I really want to be able to go live again on my channel sometime. My Patreons, the top tier, gets a live once a month, and so I still get to like scratch that itch a little bit, but I think it would be so fun to do a public live again soon. But I'm not one of those people that has like, I guess technically I have a regular time slot still, but like I certainly don't want to step on any toes. So that's the other thing is, there's several people that I'm like, I know I wouldn't want to accidentally go live on top of them. And so anyway, one of these days. All right, you guys, we're getting pretty close to the end of the video here. I have yet to announce the winners of last week's 10K subscriber givebacks, as well as what the prices are going to be for this week. So first, let me go ahead and let me announce the winners for last week. So I first was giving away the diamond painting kit, Neutron Seppuku from DIY Moonshop, and the artist at the time, her name was Tanya Shatseva. Their name is now Ava Gamayun. I apologize for mispronouncing. So anyway, the winner of this particular kit, this is open to US subscribers only, or viewers only. So the winner of this kit is, take just a quick look at the screen. Yay, congratulations. I will be in touch with you about mailing out your kit. Actually, also feel free to email me so I can verify who you are and get your address and all that. So yay, congrats. The second prize that I gave away last week was an accessories bundle, mysteries accessories bundle that's going to include at least a pen, a tray, some wax or a wax alternative, and a minder, and some washi, and probably some more goodies. So this is open internationally, and the winner of this prize is, look at the screen again. Congratulations again. Send me an email and I'll make sure I can get this sent out to you. So I am also, like I mentioned last week, I'm still behind, to be honest with you, on getting some of these prizes in the mail from these giveaways. I am sitting down to do it this week. So keep an eye out. Thank you so much for being so understanding and patient about the whole thing. I really appreciate it. Now, in this WIP and Chat, I will also be giving away 2 additional prizes, and this is prizes numbers 9 and 10, and so these are going to be the last 2 prizes I'm giving away as part of my 10,000 subscriber give backs. So the first prize I'm going to be giving away this week is going to be the kit Lazy Day from Diamond Art Club. I'm going to link to the kit below if you'd like to go and take a look at what the artwork is. It's a Randall Spangler kit. It's really, really adorable, and I believe this is one that was sent to me as a sneak peek back in the summer last year, and I have permission from Diamond Art Club to give it away. It does void the warranty since it's leaving the hands of the original owner, which was me, but let me know if you have any issues. So this is open to U.S. Viewers specifically. To enter for this particular kit, if you're in the U.S., please include the word dragon somewhere in your comment, because it's got one of our Randall Spangler dragons. So include the word dragon. Please do not include the word giveaway or prize in your comment. It'll be filtered out. The second prize and the final prize that I'll be giving away for this 10,000 subscriber giveaway is open to both US and international, and it's a $25 gift card to DIY Moon Shop or Die Moon Shop. So to enter for that particular giveaway, please include the word moon somewhere in your comment. Best of luck to all of you. Thank you so much for helping me get to 10,000 subscribers in the first place. And I've truly enjoyed doing these give backs with all of you, and just being able to hopefully pay it forward a little bit with the ways that I have been blessed. I just want to hopefully be able to take some time and the chance to bless others in return. So yay, good luck. I'll announce the winners in next week's WIP and Chat. That giveaway will be open through 11:59 p.m. on Saturday. Let's look at my calendar. April 23rd. 11:59 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday, April 23rd. And then I'll announce the winners in that WIP and Chat. Yay! This has been lots of fun, like I said, so best of luck. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to work on wrapping up this video with you guys. As far as what to expect this week video-wise, I'm sure that I will have some unboxings for you. I am looking at a big old pile of stuff to get into for a small shop haul, so I'm going to plan on doing that this week. If I can, I'm going to try to do a cross-stitch conversion update video so you guys can hear my thoughts and see that canvas in sort of video form now that 1/4 of it has been completed. Let me know if there's anything specific you'd like me to touch on in that progress check-in video. I'd be happy to dive into that with all of you. I'm trying to see if there's any way I can finish this section with you all before I wrap up. It's just the same color all the way to the end, and I thought that would be so satisfying if I could finish it, but sometimes this putty wants to like grab extra drills because I haven't put it in the placer super neatly. And this square kit, it has the new square diamonds, but it is not the tighter square drill grid. I've mentioned in the past couple of sneak peeks that I've done about how I actually did chat with Diamond Art Club and get the official confirmation that they did in fact adjust their grids for the square diamonds just a little bit, so that now you really should have virtually no gapping, because their new square diamonds are so consistent in size and so fabulous. They really are. They don't need to leave as much margin for error in that gapping, but this one does have just that tiny bit of gapping still. And so I know that it's not the brand new, the newer square drill fields, but anyway, yeah, I'm making a mess over here. Feel free to let me know, you guys, how your week has been. Like I mentioned, I hope that you are enjoying the start to your week so far. Let me know what project you were working on while we chatted today. Oh, good grief. Now I got putty in the glue. I will hopefully not be working on this kit again next week because I think I should be able to complete it here in the next couple of days. It's quite the change of pace going from this incredibly confetti heavy canvas for the cross stitch conversion and also like having to read off of a chart and place diamonds. This just goes exponentially faster because not only is there color blocking, but also there's, you know, I'm reading the symbols on the canvas, not off of a tablet and then counting and placing. But I'm glad I got to work on that with you guys in last week's WIP and Chat, though. That was lots of fun. All right, you guys, section's done. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, is there an owl emoji? Because this is Moon Owl Magic. I think that there is an owl emoji. If there's not an owl emoji, you can put up something that's like, makes you think of magic in some way. Moon Owl Magic. So moon or owl or magic. You include one of those emojis, just let me know that you made it all the way to the end. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in this WIP and Chat. I really enjoyed catching up with all of you. I hope you have a really, really wonderful week. If you think of it, would you mind hitting the thumbs up before you head out? And if you are not already subscribed, if you made it all the way here to the end, you'll probably enjoy it here. I'd love to have you as part of my little community here on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe. All right, friends, have a really wonderful rest of your week, and I'll chat with you in the next one. Bye.